I think I was at England probably at the very back end of the golden generation, and the rivalries between the teams. So when I was there, it wasn't probably as bad as what I've listened to some of the stories, but you would see United players on one table, Liverpool players on one table. It did try and get mixed up sometimes, but mainly you would see the groups stick together. Probably that's what inevitably would happen. It's probably up to the manager to try and change that up.
It was really clear when I was in there, and like you said at the beginning, would you stay away from them? I think it was more of a case of them staying away from you, being like a sort of outsider, because they were established players. Yeah. There was, when I was in there with Matty Upson and Wayne Bridge and Trev Sinclair and that, we generally find ourselves on our own eating, and then it'd be all the bigger clubs. And I think Scholes has alluded to it in his book, hasn't he?
That sounds sad to hear, though. I'm hearing that, thinking it's almost like a new boy in the school.
Yeah. But we commented on it, and it was, like we were a little bit outsiders because we weren't, part of the gang or whatever. But it was the only two that really spoke to us. Really were Beckham and Sol Campbell.
Were they feel threatened by you, or what do you think it was? The fact that you were just new to the squad?
I don't know. I think it's just because they were with the mates, and it's like anything else. If there's a group of mates over here and a group of mates over there, they just tend to.
It's up to the manager.
And I think that's where Gareth's done a great job in breaking down those barriers and those cliques, and you can see a more together group, all together group now, and that's one of the fantastic jobs that he's done. Ultimately makes for a better performing team.
Yeah, I've got to say when I went, like some of the elder, like the older lads, Lampard was brilliant for me. Came up to me and like reassured me and like gave me confidence. And obviously I was a lot older than I was 31. That's not the normal age a lad goes into the England setup. So yeah, no, I've got to say everyone was fine to me, and I got on really well with the majority of the lads, to be honest. But like I said, I still did see kind of groups at that time.
Do you think that relates a little bit to what you were saying about going through your career and maybe maturing a little bit, and when you get to a certain age, then you find yourself, or you feel that you're responsible then to integrate people, and that's when the real leaders, and obviously Frank is a leader, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's shown it all the way through his career and now into management. But I think that you change and you see your role within a team changing the longer you play and the longer you experience those sort of things.
Do you think the fact there wasn't that brotherhood, perhaps, or there was the cliques, is the reason it didn't click for the team?
I think it probably would have been one of the reasons why, yeah. I think a strong team cohesion and dynamic is paramount to success, really. I don't think you see, cliquey teams doing very well over the course of history. I think you see, teams that are together. You mentioned the word brotherhood. If you need to be able to rely on every single one of your teammates and squad team members, when you're on the pitch.